Welcome to Silver Vitality Vault. As a dedicated heart surgeon with years of experience in the operating room, I've witnessed heartbreaking moments. Husbands bidding farewell to wives, wives mourning husbands, and children grieving the loss of parents. These tragedies often stem from preventable causes tied directly to everyday food choices. The most devastating aspect is that many individuals remain unaware. They genuinely believe they're selecting nutritious options. They assume they're making wise decisions for their well-being. Yet, the reality is stark. Certain trusted canned items are gradually undermining their health, eroding vitality with every serving. In my practice, I've delivered crushing news to families, explaining that a father's sudden cardiac event wasn't merely due to aging, but rather clogged arteries, overloaded with excessive sodium and artificial additives from seemingly wholesome soups and stews. Then, returning home exhausted, I'm bombarded by glossy advertisements pushing the exact same items as ideal for older adults. What truly infuriates me is that I've been approached with lucrative offers, endorsements, partnerships, and promotional opportunities from massive corporations eager for me to endorse these products as heart-friendly for seniors. They sought to leverage my professional reputation, my expertise, and my authority to convince you that processed canned meats and soups support cardiovascular health. I refused every time because I've witnessed far too many needless losses. I've comforted countless families devastated by preventable outcomes. That's precisely why I'm speaking out today. Life presents two clear choices when it comes to canned goods. Some actively harm your vitality, sap your energy, and shorten your lifespan, while others, when selected carefully, can strengthen muscles, safeguard cognition, and promote greater independence in later years. In this presentation from Silver Vitality Vault, I'll uncover the 5 most harmful canned foods to strictly avoid after age 60, alongside the 5 superior options worth incorporating regularly. If you're committed to protecting your health, stay tuned. We'll count down from number 5 to number 1, with each revelation building on the last. The number 3 worst offender, currently stocked in countless pantries nationwide, will fundamentally change how you view your kitchen staples. However, I urge you not to accept these warnings blindly. Verify every claim independently. I've included supporting studies, data, and references in the description for your review. These corporations rely on public indifference. They thrive when consumers remain uninformed. Before we proceed, I'd love to know, from which location are you joining us today? Share in the comments below. We review and respond to each one, as your experiences are invaluable. Now, let's begin with number 5 on the list of dangerous canned items. It appears wholesome and fruity, yet it overloads your system with excess sugar, gradually compromising your well-being. Number 5, canned fruit and syrup. Canned fruit packed in syrup often seems harmless and appealing. It's promoted as a convenient fruit source, with vibrant labels featuring cheerful peaches, pears, and pineapples. For individuals over 60, however, this ranks among the most misleading options in the grocery section. What seems like beneficial produce is actually immersed in concentrated sugar, potentially causing rapid blood glucose surges and gradual energy depletion. A single cup of peaches in heavy syrup can contain more than 30 grams of added sugar, equivalent to roughly 8 teaspoons of granulated sugar in one portion. Research published in JAMA Internal Medicine involving a large cohort, revealed that individuals deriving over 25% of calories from added sugars face twice the mortality risk from cardiovascular disease compared to those with lower intake. For older adults already at higher risk for insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, each bite accelerates potential complications. Consider Gloria, aged 72, who switched desserts for syrup-packed peaches nightly, believing it a healthier alternative. Over time, she experienced weight gain, post-meal fatigue, and a prediabetes diagnosis. She was heartbroken, having assumed fruit was inherently protective. Only after transitioning to fresh berries or water-packed varieties did her glucose levels normalize and vitality return. The solution is straightforward. Select canned fruit labeled in water or in 100% juice only. Avoid syrup entirely. Fresh options like blueberries or apples provide natural sugars alongside intact fiber and potent antioxidants, without the intense sugar overload. While syrup-packed fruit disrupts glucose balance, the next entry poses even greater threats. It's loaded with salt, fats, and addictive elements, directly correlating with elevated cardiovascular and cerebrovascular risks. Canned soups represent a major pitfall in supermarkets. They're advertised as comforting, convenient, and nutritious, with claims like low-fat, real vegetables, or heart smart. For those over 60, however, standard varieties rank among the riskiest selections. The primary issue lies in sky-high sodium, combined with preservatives and enhancers like MSG. A typical can of chicken noodle may exceed 900 milligrams of sodium, nearly half the daily recommendation in one meal. This isn't nourishment. It's essentially a sodium overload. A trial in the journal Hypertension demonstrated that reducing sodium intake lowered systolic blood pressure by about 7 points in older participants, slashing stroke risk by approximately 25%. Yet canned soups drive sodium far beyond safe limits, leading to elevated pressure, arterial rigidity, renal stress, and fluid retention causing swollen extremities. Take John, 68, who relied on canned chicken noodle for quick lunches, viewing it as practical. Gradually, he developed orthostatic dizziness, ankle edema, and dangerously high readings at checkups. Unaware his light choice was sodium heavy, he shifted to homemade versions with fresh produce, herbs, and minimal salt. His pressure normalized, swelling subsided, and dizziness resolved. Opt out of canned soups or choose rigorously low-sodium variants under 140 milligrams per serving. Ideally, batch cook homemade broths with vegetables and lean proteins, freezing portions for convenience, delivering warmth without compromising circulation or kidneys. If soups seem risky, prepare for the next. It's positioned as affordable protein, but brims with fats, salt, and additives that can significantly reduce longevity. Number 3. Canned pasta, ravioli, spaghetti, etc. Canned pasta products like ravioli or spaghetti appear innocuous, quick, budget-friendly, and family-oriented. Yet for seniors over 60, they constitute a severe hazard. Combining refined carbohydrates, excessive sodium, sugars, and inferior oils creates an unbalanced profile. One ravioli may deliver over 1,200 milligrams sodium, exceeding half daily limits, plus 20+ grams added sugar hidden in sauce. A circulation study linked ultra-processed diets to 29% higher cardiovascular risk. Harold, 70, depended on canned spaghetti for solitary meals, convenient and nostalgic. Soon, uncontrolled pressure, weight gain, and fatigue emerged, with prediabetes looming. Alarmed, he adopted whole grain pasta with fresh sauce. Metrics improved, energy surged, and control returned. Internally, refined carbs cause glucose spikes followed by crashes. Sugars and oils provoke inflammation targeting heart and brain. Sodium strains organs relentlessly. Many attribute post-meal tiredness to aging, overlooking these assaults. Canned pasta is prohibited. The subsequent offender is more alarming, touted as protein-rich and shelf-stable, yet heavily processed with chemicals promoting weakness and inflammation. Number 2. Canned meats, Spam, Vienna sausages, corned beef. Canned meats are positioned as practical, economical protein with long history. Familiar brands evoke nostalgia. Truthfully, for those over 60, they're among the most perilous. Laden with sodium, nitrates, and saturated fats assaulting heart, kidneys, and cognition. Spam servings often exceed 790 milligrams sodium and 17 gram fat. Vienna sausages top 800 milligrams. Corned beef frequently surpasses 1,000 milligrams. Robert, 66, stocked Vienna sausages for snacks. Childhood favorites, effortless protein. Progressively, hypertension, bloating, and a minor cardiac event occurred. Diagnostics linked habitual intake to salt, preservatives, and fats. Post-elimination, favoring fresh leans, edema decreased, pressure stabilized, vitality rebounded. Mechanisms: sodium elevates pressure, damaging vessels. Nitrates form harmful compounds tied to malignancy. Saturated fats promote plaque, restricting oxygen to organs. Early indicators like edema, headaches, or discomfort are often dismissed as age-related, masking gradual toxicity. As hazardous as these are, the top offender surpasses. Promoted as hearty, recent data reveals toxic vitamin metal overload, risking fractures, hepatic issues, and premature mortality. Number 1. Canned chili and stews with processed meats. Canned chili and stews seem substantial, featuring beans, veggies, and protein for strength. For seniors, they're the ultimate deception, merging every detrimental element. Ultra-processed meats, extreme sodium, concealed sugars, poor oils, preservatives create a hazardous mix. One chili may exceed 200 milligrams sodium, 20 gram fat, 10+ gram sugar, not sustenance but a toxin blend. Lancet Public Health tied ultra-processed intake to 62% higher premature death risk. Circulation noted 32% elevated cardiac threat in vulnerable elders. Fragile systems amplify slow poisoning effects. Margaret, 74, favored beef stew for ease. Felt authentic. Over years, hypertension, joint aches, exhaustion developed. Diagnostics attributed to sodium fat preservatives straining organs. Homemade shifts with lean ingredients improved pressure, energy, weight. Avoid entirely. Craft fresh chili stew with beans, tomatoes, spices, lean proteins, retaining comfort sans dangers. Thus, chili stews claim top spot, a deadly convergence, accelerating decline post-60. Encouragingly, select cans offer reversal. Nutrient-packed to combat frailty, shield heart, restore internally. Next, the 5 optimal canned foods for daily senior intake. Number 5. Canned chickpeas, garbanzo beans. Chickpeas appear modest, yet for over 60s, they're transformative canned legumes. Brimming with plant protein, fiber, magnesium, folate, directly supporting circulation, glucose stability, gastrointestinal regularity. Unlike problematic cans, they deliver sustained energy sans sodium, sugar, fat excess. Nutrients Journal found frequent legume intake cut cardiac risk 22% in elders. Thomas, 69, shifted from processed to chickpea-inclusive meals. Hunger diminished, digestion enhanced, prediabetes reversed. Chickpeas became essential. Internally, protein, fiber, moderate absorption, averting spikes for endurance. Magnesium dilates vessels, reducing pressure. Folate bolsters cognition, dementia defense. Critical for stability, flow, recall. Select wisely. Rinse thoroughly to minimize canning sodium. Incorporate into salads, soups, hummus, roasted snacks. Affordable, versatile heart guardians. Chickpeas shine. The following elevates further, shielding heart, rebuilding muscle, defending brain. Before advancing, if this resonates, subscribe to Silver Vitality Vault, activate notifications for ongoing insights. Number 4. Canned salmon with bones. Canned salmon, bones included, edible, soft, stands out for seniors. Distinct from risky meats, it's minimally processed, abundant in protein, omega-3s, vitamin D, calcium, vital for aging, robust muscles, joints, cognition, fracture-resistant bones. American Journal of Clinical Nutrition linked twice-weekly fatty fish to 30% reduced cardiac risk. Carol, 73, post-fracture and low-density warning, added bone in salmon weekly. Salads, patties, scans improved, stability increased, independence preserved. Select water packed with bones for maximal calcium. Mash into patties, salads, soups. Budget-friendly rebuilder. Salmon fortifies comprehensively. The next surprise is modest, economical, yet preserves recall, digestion into later decades. Number 3. Canned sardines in water or olive oil. Underrated sardines pack immense nutrition per bite. Omega-3s, vitamin D, calcium, protein combat frailty, safeguard heart, sharpen mind. Low food chain positioning minimizes mercury, safest seafood for 60+. Nutrient study tied regular omega-3 fish to 35% reduced cognitive deterioration. Daniel, 71, initially skeptical, incorporated twice weekly, toast salads. Joint ease, energy, focus improved. Choose water, calorie control, or olive oil, healthy fats. Rinse lightly, add to meals. Portable, unmatched supplementation. Sardines prove minimal foods yield maximal gains. The next astonishes. Not seafood meat, yet manages glucose, shields heart, sustains digestion, post-60. Number 2. Canned tomatoes, no salt added. Pantry staple, canned tomatoes deliver lycopene, vitamin C, potassium, antioxidants fortifying heart, immunity, malignancy defense. Canning enhances lycopene bioavailability over fresh. Journal of Nutrition linked high lycopene to 55% reduced stroke. American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed 10% LDL drop, enhanced arterial elasticity, lowering pressure, circulation, attack risk. Helen, 70, swapped sugary sauces for no-salt tomatoes homemade. Pressure stabilized, vitality, skin improved via antioxidants. Prioritize no salt for control. Versatile in soups, stews, sauces, chili. Inexpensive medicinal staple. Tomatoes exemplify simplicity as therapy. Number 1 excels, protein, calcium, omega-3 packed, adding strength, independence, years. Number 1, canned black beans, no salt added. Humble black beans top as premier daily senior canned choice. Plant protein, fiber, potassium, magnesium, antioxidants safeguard heart, stabilize glucose, aid digestion, cut premature death risk. Game changers for sarcopenia, hypertension, diabetes. Arthur, 75, battled pressure, constipation-induced fatigue. Added rinsed black beans to meals, lighter feel, smoother digestion, lowered readings. Internally, fiber tempers spikes for steadiness. Potassium relaxes vessels, dropping pressure. Magnesium aids muscles, nerves. Antioxidants curb inflammation, heart, brain. Less tiredness, better flow, recall, strength. Promotes independence. Rinse no salt varieties. Pair with grains, veggies, leans. Versatile, dense pantry essential. Black beans earn pinnacle, delivering precise post-60 needs. Resilience, equilibrium, defense. You've now uncovered realities. Syrup-drowned fruits, sodium-laden soups, sugary pasta, chemical meats, toxin stews. Marketed conveniently/healthily, yet elevating pressure, diabetes, frailty, shortening lives. Industry prioritizes trillions in profits over longevity. Positively, allies exist. Chickpeas stabilizing glucose, bone salmon rebuilding, sardines sharpening mind, tomatoes arterial guardians, black beans fortifying heart, muscles, digestion. These affordable staples combat decline. Every grocery decision builds or erodes. No costly supplements, diets required. Discernment suffices. From where are you viewing? Comment, we engage all. If insightful, like, share with loved ones, subscribe to Silver Vitality Vault for unfiltered truths industry conceals post-60. Choices matter. Optimal ones yield longer, stronger lives. Questions, experiences? Comment. We're here. Thank you for joining Silver Vitality Vault.